Hey, I'm Tom Arbuthnot, and today we're talking about Exchange Server and the latest versions and Skype Business Server and the latest versions. I'm here with
Sigi, yeah. Hey Tom, good to
good
talk about our topics, yeah. You're Skype for Business and Teams, and I'm Exchange, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously we're spending a lot of our time talking about cloud now, but there's
Yeah.
still server versions. So we're talking today about should you go to the latest server version. So what's the story with Exchange?
Well, Exchange 2019 has hardware requirements that are quite massive, yeah. So not only you need to use Windows Server 2019, as 2016 is not supported, but also the minimum RAM is 128 gigabyte of RAM.
Wow.
Yeah, and considering like a normal company, let's say like 5 to 10,000 people, and the requirement that you have you need multiple servers to run a DAC. Yeah, then of course soon the question arises if it really makes sense to go on 2019.
So
Yeah.
the cost jumps quite a lot going from...
Absolutely, yeah. Well, if you plan 4 servers for a decent DAC, yeah, with 4 database copies, for example, then you have 4 times, for example, 128 or more RAM, yeah, and all the hardware requirements surrounding it. Yeah, then of course the benefit is not really there. And considering, for example, that people also start migrating to the cloud, so they are in Exchange hybrid. They want to save money, but move on the latest version, and it's very similar to you, I guess. Yeah.
Skype for Business is similar, so it's up to 64 gigabytes now for a server.
So that's doubled or more?
Doubled, yeah. It used to be 32, but there's no killer new features either. It's just an inclination. So I think from a recommendations point of view, it's hard to justify when both have similar support dates going up to the latest version.
Absolutely, and then increased hardware requirements,
Yeah.
And the support date for both versions, so Exchange 2016, Exchange 2019, Skype for Business 2015, and Skype for Business 2019 is
2025, So they've lined up the support dates. The extended support of 2019 Skype for Business lines up with the same date as 2015. So buying the new version doesn't even give you really an extended support time frame compared to 2015.
And is it similar with Exchange? You need an enterprise agreement with Microsoft in order to get it. So you cannot even buy it as a product.
Yeah.
You need an large customer engagement.
Yeah, I haven't checked if that's enforced, but that's definitely the recommendation. Microsoft are saying if you're anything but a very specific requirement, you should be in the cloud.
Yeah.
And Microsoft are fairly unforgiving now about the specs and the requirements. They're saying, if you're an enterprise, you can afford this, you can do it. If you're not, you should be in the cloud.
You should be in the cloud, but if you don't want to be in the cloud, you stick with the versions available, I guess.
Yeah. If you don't want to be in the cloud, you've got to get your wallet out and buy those big servers.
Yeah. So do you have customers that run 2019?
Yeah, so we've got a couple, but most are sticking with 2015 and they have a plan to go to the cloud. So it definitely hasn't been a load of 2019 projects. It's been 2015 and we're moving to the cloud.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's the same for the 2016 Exchange. 2016 was a 2019 Exchange. Yeah, I see some customers that consider it or plan to use it, but if you want to get on Exchange the latest version or the previous latest version faster, they use Exchange 2016. Yeah, especially considering the cost reduction. And also the feature set. The feature set of the 2019 is not that tremendous.
No, there's no in either product. There's no massive new feature that draws you forward. All the features are going into the cloud.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so what would you recommend based on the money, I guess, or on the budget you have?
Yeah, I'd look at your strategy, I guess. If you have no intent to be in the cloud, there's probably a reason to be on the latest server version, either Exchange or Skype Business. If you have a plan to go to the cloud, I would just keep those cumulative updates patched on your current version and get on with your cloud migration.
Well, and if you migrate, then you can get like on 2016 Exchange, for example, or a Skype for Business 2015. That's enough. It gives you another 6 years.
Yeah.
Up to 2025.
Plenty of time to migrate.
Extended support. Yeah. Okay.
But if you have different thoughts to us, let us know in the comments. But that's definitely what we're seeing in the market at the moment.
Yeah, looking forward for your comments. Thank you.